Hello everyone. So firstly, I just want to wish you all a very happy new year. I know it's a little bit late, and yes, I haven't been filming. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, so there has been a few reasons why I haven't been filming, and I will get to that later, but I just want to say a massive hello. I missed you all terribly, and as you can see, I'm looking a bit scary today. We have got lots of rain, mud, horrible cold weather. So yeah, I am with the horses here. I'm just standing out of the wind because it is a bit windy today. So let's get to it. The reason why I haven't been filming, just before Christmas, I put all the horses out in the field. And just got on with mucking out, etc. Went indoors, had a coffee, and then we saw a van coming down the driveway, and it didn't look like a delivery driver or anything like that. So he stopped anyway, and he said there's 3 horses out in the road. So Queenie and all of the other horses had escaped and gone onto just the country lane, literally at the bottom of our driveway, but still dangerous enough. So I went and grabbed those in, and then once I'd got them in, they all were fine, everything. The next morning I put them out in the field, and Elsa was really struggling with her back legs walking. She was really lame. So she stayed in. We put her back in the stable, and I just kept an eye on her, kept taking her out to stretch her legs, and yeah, it wasn't getting any better. And then a couple of days later, I put Queenie out in the field with Udea, and she was acting really strange. She was laying down and it was freezing cold. The floor was all frosty, and it's not normal for her to lay down in the field anyway, not during the winter. And then she just sort of stood around in the field, so I kept my eye on her. I thought maybe she's just a little bit tired. And yeah, so I got her in the end, thinking that maybe she's just really cold. And I got her in, took her rug off, gave her a sort of a check over, and she was just yes, we can hear you. She was just standing in her stable shivering, and I thought, oh, she must have gotten really cold. But it wasn't that cold. It was frosty, but it wasn't, you know, she's been in colder weather and she had rugs on and everything. So I waited till the next day, just checked on her all night, keeping an eye on her, and she wasn't any better the next day. She was refusing to eat her feed. So the dinner that I give them in the evening, normally she woofs that down really quickly, and she was not interested in it at all. So I thought, right, we better get the vet out. So we got the vet out, and he literally came out the same day, the same morning, and he checked her over. He said she's got a high fever, she lost some weight, and she had like yellow, the whites of her eyes were a bit jaundiced, and the same with her gums. So he thought that she had Lyme's disease, which obviously, you know, humans can catch it from ticks and stuff like that. And most of the time, horses that do get bitten or latched onto by a tick don't have any symptoms at all. Horses can also be bitten by a tick, and like 6 months later they can have the reaction. So I've only ever found a couple of ticks on her, so nothing serious. So anyway, she had the vet out, and he said she needs treatment for that. So he gave her some injections and stuff over a course of a few days, and then he said obviously you can't keep coming out every day, so he gave me a powder version of the medicine to put in her dinner. And yeah, so she had to have that for 20 days. Yeah, 20 days of the powder, and then she had to have 20 days of a tablet as well. So that was one thing. And so she is better now, much better. And in between all of that, my grandmother, my mum's mum and dad, they live here in France. They were both not well, So my granddad, he's got arthritis in his hands, so he's unable to use his hands at the moment, and he also had to have an operation, just a minor operation, the other day. So mum and dad were sick. They had colds, so I had to sort of go and help my nan and granddad out whilst my mum and dad were getting better. And so yeah, it's just been loads of stuff. Like, I haven't really been doing anything, it's just looking after the horses. I mean, I could have filmed it, but I don't really want to be sort of filming all of that stuff. Well, it's not very nice, it's a bit depressing for the new year and over Christmas when it's supposed to be all merry. So yeah, we've had lots of vet bills. So Queenie had to have all of her stuff done. Elsa had herself checked. Got her checked over by the vet at the same time as when he came out for Queenie, which was just a couple of days after she'd hurt herself, and he gave her I can't remember what it was now, an injection, and it's just basically a pain injection, and he said that she can't do anything for 2 months. She can go out in the field, but that's about it. And yeah, so without me keep chatting on, let me show you the horses. So we all remember Udea cut her face open, and she is now completely healed. Look at that, nothing there. So she's all well and good. And little Elsa is getting better. She's not quite as lame. She still is a bit lame, but not as bad. And little Queenie Bean, she is all better. She just finished yesterday her course of antibiotics and tablets that she was having. So that was a bit of a nightmare giving them to her, because where she was sick, she wasn't actually eating her dinner, and the powder was supposed to go in her dinner, and she eats it and then it's gone. And so yeah, the first couple of days we had to do some tricks to get her to take it, because it was around 50 grams of powder, which is actually quite a lot. So trying to get that in her was not fun at all. But yeah, she's all better now, and the vet is going to come out within the next few days and check her over again after she's finished all of that, just to see how she is. Even he said if she's looking herself. But yeah, Lyme's disease on horses can be cured, thankfully, so fingers crossed. The whites of her eyes are all back to white again, the same with her gums, and she's back to her normal self. And they've just come out of the field, and in between all of that happening, they had the farrier out. So it's been all go for you, hasn't it? Yeah, we've had all 3 horses with something wrong with them. So yeah, fingers crossed that is it all now. But you know how it is, horses, they do silly things. Hey Elsa. Yeah. Yeah. Are you there? Oh. So yeah, they've just come in from the field. It's around 2 o'clock now, and I don't let them out all day. I'll show you outside in a minute the actual state of the fields. It's not good. So this is what we're working with, and it is literally pure sticky mud. You go in there, you can't walk. But yeah, so I thought I would just do a short video for today and update you as to why I've not been filming recently. So yeah, it's just been one of those times in life where, you know, everything's sort of going wrong. Yes, Elsa. Elsa's saying hello, look. No, Elsa. But yeah, so I will be back to filming normally. I'm not going to film every day because it's just far too much. I'm going to try and do sort of maybe Monday to Friday and have the weekends off. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's just been, we had a lovely Christmas and, you know, New Year's. It's not been terrible, but it's just been really stressful with the horses because Queenie was really, really, really sick. Like, she was just standing in her stable, not moving, hanging her head, and yeah. So luckily we did get the vet out and we got that sorted, because Lyme's disease, if it's not sort of fixed quickly, if you don't catch it quickly, then it can be quite fatal. So yeah, it's just been a lot of stress. And poor little Elsa, she just got her new cart and everything, and we were going to hopefully get all her going with that, but she can't do anything more than a slow walk at the moment until she's healed. The vet sort of said that, you know, she'll be fine, but it's just one of those, it's one of those injuries where it takes a little while to heal, and if she does anything too strenuous, it will make it worse again. But she's moving around quite freely now. It's just she still has a little bit of a limp there. But yeah, so the horses are all fine, back to normal, everything else is good. It's just been, yeah, it's just been a little bit stressful and expensive. And yeah, so that set us back a little bit with the convent paying for stuff, but it doesn't matter. We'll get back in there in the next couple of weeks, I promise. That is our next goal. It's just at the moment we just have literally not done anything and been here looking after the horses, making sure they're okay. And we've got little Tommy now. He's walking around here. He's like our little baby. Come and say hello. Come on. What are you doing? Come and say hello. Ah, he's lovely. Oh, you good boy.